on the floor for the visiting.
To this one has been the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and confident backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. The small and power forwards. The star player. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, Holiday has the mid-range in his arsenal, boy. It doesn't matter where he is on the floor. You better contest.
Boston takes possession. And here's Boston. Right the basketball. Oh, good on the triple. Booker against White. And Richards has it in the corner. You got it. Tried to dunk it on, but through the... It'll go to the line.
And that's how you... want to use your fouls, not allowing him to get to the rim.
It's his first trip to the line.
And when he's gotten himself to the line this season, he's come through right around 74% of the time.
He hits both from the stripe. These Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
And it's the Suns' ball. Here's Durant. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Well, this is exactly how you want to attack the defense. Kevin Durant accepting the punishment, but refuses to be denied.
And Holiday kicks to White. Porzingis passes to Holiday. It's tipped. Booker with it. Picked up by Brown. From deep. And KD the bucket on the assist from Booker. Durant's got 5.
The confidence of Kevin Durant. He gets it and takes the shot. Very simple. Catch and shoot, baby.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Here's Richards. Durant at the elbow. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. White the pass to Brown. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
You can just sense the confidence Jrue Holiday has, ready to shoot off the catch.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Donnie's checked in for the Suns. Here's Holiday. The rebound by Richards.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's KD. For the 3. Phoenix no good that time either. Celtics trail by 3. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there. KD is showing a little bit of elevation.
It's White on the wing, headed by KD. Outside Beal. outside Durant. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. He can't get it to go. Holiday with it. Out guarded by Booker. Kept alive. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Well, Jason Tatum forces that defender with the up fake to get off his feet, and he does a tremendous job drawing contact.
2 shots.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
And he sinks the second.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Out to the wing. 3-pointer. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
Well, this is where you see Jaylen Brown has evolved as a playmaker for his teammates. That's a pretty pass.
Gillespie, the pass to Plumlee. Done outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. O'Neal misses. Now for Boston, their last game, a loss to the Knicks in New York. Snatched up. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Fires for 3. Dunn misses. Celtics trail by 3. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. A baseline J. Tatum's shot is off.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Plumlee with some nice D.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
And so it's Phoenix with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. We've got more in store for you right after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. The guards are Pritchard and White. Then there's Horford. And it's Hauser in at the small forward.
Checking in for the Celtics, number 8, Kristaps Porzingis.
Here's Porzingis. And a miss there off the inbound. Beal against White. Done. Back to Beal. Jones for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jones has got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Porzingis with a screen on Plumlee. Poked away. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Well, if you leave someone that wide open, Derek White will put it on time and on target.
Beal dishes to Dunn. In the corner, O'Neal with it. And Beal kicks to Jones. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics trail by 6. Outside, White. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That's what you call using your size in the painted area. Kristaps Porzingis, easy work right there.
Beal gets a wide open look. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal. And the Suns lead by 7.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pritchard passes to Cornet. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
Well, the unicorn, Mr. Porzingis, the answer from 3, his specialty.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, coming out of high school at 6'0", Derek White didn't receive any full scholarship offers. He says it was humbling, but it drove me to get better. Each time you have the doubters, you just put a little chip on your shoulder. The 29th pick overall in 2017 has come a long way. So Kevin, those chips are still there.
You're so right, David. Thanks. He's become a heck of a player. And we talk about Derek White, Doris. How impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot. An excellent shot blocker and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Nick Richards. He's checked in for Plumlee. Durant comes in for O'Neal, and it's Booker in for Don. KD's shot is off. Celtics trail by 4. Outside Holiday. And it's Bradley Beal with the rebound. Outside, KD. Pass to Richards. Durant dishes to Beal. Trying to find Durant. He's got it now. Booker outside. Beyond the arc. The rebound by the Celtics. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
And now Jones running the floor all by himself.
And Booker keeping that defense off balance with his passing ability right there.
Celtics trail by 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Doris, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your two best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Bull. He's checked in for the Suns.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
Well, that's what you call a tough 2, because if you're in the lane at D-Book size, you never know what could happen.
Celtics trail by 6. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Holiday. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Off target from outside. Booker looking around. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room.
The previous play is under review.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
They're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, when you look at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but When you have it there, you got to use it.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up? You guys finding any interesting matchups here?
Shaq's most interesting matchup, main dishes and side pieces. So what's the best combo, Deez?
2 words, mac and cheese. It's a perfect food.
Hey, it's melty, it's cheesy, you can mix in a protein, you can go gourmet. You know what? You guys are like the mac and cheese of this broadcast, a perfect pairing. Turning back now to that game we've been watching, a positive first half for the Suns.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running for their lives like a turkey in November. Bark, bark, bark.
I don't know that that's a great comparison or a good turkey sound effect. Neither is that. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Bull. And it's KD in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. That's good from 17 feet away. Tatum's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, you have to be able to take mid-range jumpers at times. I know it's not a high-value shot, but for Tatum, sometimes that's what the defense gives him. What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
Stolen by Durant. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Kicks it out to Booker. Bull against White. Bull inside. Makes it off the glass. Bull's got the lead up to 9 now for Phoenix.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Brown right side. A three-pointer, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. You know, many see Brown as a scorer, but Doris, he's put more of an emphasis on his defense in recent seasons.
You're exactly right, Kevin. He's taken tremendous pride in asking his coaches to put him on the best offensive player. When he's the point of attack defensively, look out. He can give a lot of headaches to ball handlers.
Donnie's checked in for the Suns. Grayson Allen comes in for Bradley Beal. Austin also with the sub. Craig's checked in. And Devin Booker in the paint.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. 11-point game. Shot to stop the run, and the jumper is good. Holiday's got 6.
That is off the bounce. Holiday hits the brakes and the shot.
Booker finds Allen. It's good. And the Suns lead by 11.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams. A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And here are the Suns now. After the miss from Derek White. And there's Booker on the assist by Durant. Booker's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Phoenix. Holiday, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
What great burst by Drew Holiday there, and he just finishes with intent. That's a big-time move.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Matt, even remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. So it's the Celtics now. Phoenix able to drain the three. Out to White from past the arc. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Booker. The shot will not fall. Good D by Holiday. Celtics trail by 15. Brown outside. Phoenix grabs the miss, and they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
On offense, here are the Suns. They're on a 16-4 run. Good ball movement here by the Suns. And Allen launches it from deep. Phoenix no good that time either.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Here's Gillespie. To the middle. Here's Plumlee. Rebound Boston. Horford's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Brown the pass to Pritchard. Comes up empty down low. Suns leading by 16. Here's O'Neal. And the dunk by O'Neal.
Well, that's an unselfish player who definitely wants to get his teammates involved. A willing passer there, Booker.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, he earned that one. I mean, taking the hit and still able to get that one to go down.
Bradley Beal's checked in for Allen. You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting.
Celtics trail by 17. Pritchard. It's rebounded by O'Neal. Suns on offense. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's Booker. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Suns. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Well, this is exactly what you're looking for from your point guard. Survey the floor, serve it up on time and on target.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Celtics, Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. Brown out there with Holiday, and it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
You know, Doris, few teams have tried to invite Brown to be a shooter. He's punished them each and every time.
And he's had to put in the work, Kevin, to make himself a legit perimeter threat. And listen, the defense has to make choices. Athletically, this is one of the most gifted players in the league. If you're going to concede anything to Jaylen, it would probably be the 3-point shot.
Looking to get back on track here. KD with the bucket.
Well, capitalizing on the interior, Kevin Durant is a handful if he's got position.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. Tatum gets it to go inside.
You've got to have a short memory. Put a poor first half in your rear view and now make an impact.
And Durant, here we go. Yes, it is. For that is a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
It is unfair that a 7-footer can be that smooth, that agile off the bounce. Kevin Durant doing some nice work.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
Their fast break plays have seemed unstoppable. They just keep finding ways to overrun the defense here in transition.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
Allen's checked in for Beal.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat. I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Back to Dunn. Durant in the corner. Dunn with a screen on Brown. Here's KD. The Suns need to get a shot off. Jones, no luck. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 14. A 3-ball. The rebound by Richards. Richards got 5 rebounds tonight. And it's Dunn penetrating. Back to Jones. Wants to get it to Dunn and does. And Dunn with the slam.
Tyus Jones is the purest of pure point guards, on time and on target.
Tatum with it. Jones covering. A 3 from Porzingis. And Jones pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Allen kicks to Dunn. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 5th rebound in this one. Holiday inside the line. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Drew Holiday, such a crafty player. How about the touch on the floater?
And it's Dunn in the corner. Richards with it. He's against Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one drops. Some changes for Phoenix. Bull. He's checked in for Dunn. Beal comes in for Grayson Allen. And it's Booker in for Jones. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And here are the Suns now. They led by as many as 18 points. Got a piece of it. This ball movement by Boston. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You can see Jason Tatum not letting the pressure get to him, just calmly sinking the bucket.
Shooting for Boston, Jason Tatum, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Tatum nails them both. Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Richards with it, headed by Porzingis. Booker inside, buries it down low. Booker's got 11 points here in just the second half.
If Devin Booker's cooking, it's a wrap, folks. This guy makes the game look easy.
Tatum down low. Durant's there. Tatum no good. On the wing, Booker, guarded by Holiday. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. So, Doris, when you look at the whole package, is Durant a one-of-a-kind player in your opinion?
Well, we certainly have guys with that size, but this is a player who can literally play every single position on the floor. The size, 7 foot. The ball skills, the shooting, the playmaking, the decision-making. I am not sure we will ever see another Durantula. The great one, Kevin Durant.
Some changes for Boston. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Porzingis. Horford comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in for Derek White. Now here is Holiday. Pritchard. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Suns.
Tonight, they seemed committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Devin Booker.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
To halt the run. The rebound by KD. And he drops it in from the low post.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.
Thanks for joining us midweek here. Tonight, we bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. With our analysts, Brent Barry and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson, along with reporter Allie LaForce. So a moment now to see the story for him.
And a stat to focus on is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been working on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot better on D.
And checking out the New Orleans opening lineup. We've got Murray, Trey Murphy out there with Zion Williamson. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Messi in at the 5, down low. And for the Suns, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Bol, and it's Durant in at the small forward position. Grant, when you look at this Pelicans team, their length is so impressive.
Yeah, they've made a point to draft players with big wingspans, and that really helps them on the defensive end. They're all very switchable.
Now here's Beal. Pass to Bol. That one's in there on the nice assist from Beal.
Always want to add something to your game, and Bradley Beal has come a much more adept passer.
Beal against Murray. Here's Williamson. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
And you cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Durant. Phoenix making a switch here. Dunn's checked in. We played just over a minute here in the first. Williamson against Durant. Clock at 6. Here's Murray. The 3 is up. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
They set the pick. Durant, pass to Dunn, and stolen by Williamson. McCollum with it. Richards picks him up. Pass to Murray. The 3. Richards pulls it in.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Back to Beal. And it's blocked. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. And with both teams fighting for playoff position, this is as intense of a regular season as you'll see, Grant.
Oh, B.A., you can feel what's at stake here in the arena. Both of these teams will treat this like the postseason. The playoffs start now for them.
Oh, Beal picks his pocket. And here comes the break. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
Pass to Williamson. Here's Messi. That shot off. Good work defensively by Richards. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Bradley Beal is settling in as one of multiple stars in Phoenix. He said, it's been an adjustment for sure. You go from being very ball dominant to now you share the dominance, and it's a sacrifice and also an adjustment of learning a totally different role. Brian, he says it's a process, but one he embraces.
Good point. Thanks, Allie. To the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, Kevin Durant showing off that within this offensive scheme, he has the ability to set up his teammates.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
And the technical free throw is good.
Now, Murphy at his size, 6'8", playing that wing position, such impressive versatility from him, especially when you consider how great a shooter he's becoming.
Hawkins, the pass to Alvarado. This one for three. Plumlee pulls down the board. The Suns have gone 3 of 8 so far. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team. Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws of this game. And the Pelicans making a change here. Brown's checked in. And he makes the first, but misses the second. New Orleans has gone 1 of 4 from deep. To the inside. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Dunn, the pass to O'Neal. Allen with it. Up top, O'Neal, defended by Brown. Back to Allen. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Oh, now that's how you finish a break. Throw it down with force.
Nice jam by Jones, popping off the floor.
Dunn outside. Back to Plumlee from about 16. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Pelicans trail. Alvarado outside. 26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Brown. It's stolen by Dunn. And now the Suns fast break. For 3, Allen. And he buries his first look.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Alvarado outside with 4 on the clock, and they pick up 2.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Here's Gillespie. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Suns on top, up 2. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Phoenix.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And I don't know if everybody's getting in this block party flow, but that's what's happening tonight. They've done a great job of being aggressive on all the shooters.
Kevin Durant is out there with Mason Plumlee. Then there's Tyus Jones. Then it's Royce O'Neal. And it's Booker in at the 2-guard. That's the Suns 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now here's Booker. He's scoreless, and the bucket is good.
Finishes like that are pretty impressive from Devin Booker, who we know is a great outside shooter.
Pass to Hawkins from behind the arc. Drops in the 3.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
In deep. Booker gets it to go.
Most fans think of Devin Booker, they think of the range, but man, he's attacking right now to get to the line.
McCollum, the pass to Jones. Misses the 3.
He's got to be mad at himself. won't get a better look than that.
Brent, Herb Jones looks like he might be the next elite perimeter defender.
Well, he's been amazing in the early part of his career. He closes out his space so well on people, in control and balanced, able to catch guys first move. He is asked to guard the primary offensive wing on a nightly basis, and Herb Jones is up to the challenge.
So it's the Pelicans now. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Hawkins can't get it to go. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
Just another part of Devin Booker's amazing offensive game. He finds wide open guys.
Now here's McCollum. And you look at his numbers, just over 21 a game. Gets the 3 ball to go. McCollum's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Out left to the wing. Back to Jones. The 3 ball. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
One thing we saw from them that game, and we see it around the league, an over-dependency on the 3 ball.
Well, you have to be able to use the three-point line in some way. It's just such a weapon. And in that game, it was just not there for them.
And that one drops for him.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Shots blocked.
Big athletic guys like Plumlee. Hard to get your shot over them before they can get their hands up.
Trey Murphy. DeJounte Murray.
That'll be a 5-second call. And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. 5th, New Orleans.
They're having success because they're sending multiple guys to the offensive glass. Hard to block out everyone.
Richards is checked in for Phoenix. Beal comes in for O'Neal. Booker. A quick shot there. It's off target.
ED giving him that shot, and that's probably not a good idea, but I guess they knew what they were doing that time.
Shot's good by McCollum.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Now here's Jones. 17 points for him. Last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Back to Beal. 3-pointer. Pure from 3-point range. Beal's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Pelicans trail by 6. The drive by Murray. Pass to McCollum. The 3. And no good.
If you're getting cold in here, this is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Williamson against Booker. Now here's Richards. Shot clock at 6. And Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
A different look for Phoenix. Dunn, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. Allen comes in for Devin Booker. And Gillespie is subbed in for Jones. Alvarado's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's Allen. And there's the rejection.
How about the reach from Murphy using those long arms to get to that shot?
Pass to Alvarado. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Alvarado's got 5.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
Count that one. And the Suns lead by 5.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Here's Murray. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Richards has got 4 rebounds now. Allen drives. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. It's just very solid offense.
Beal from outside. Misi grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Murray. Now Alvarado. Kicks it out to Williamson. And a miss there on the triple. The Suns lead by 7. three-pointer. Beal.
First personal foul.
Here's Murray. He's been an offensive weapon for them, scoring around 17.5 points a game. Pass to Misi. Here's Williamson to the middle. And so that's the end of the first half. The Suns on top, up by 7. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid showing through the first half for the Phoenix Suns.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off.
And now, as the regular season marches on. Glad you could join us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Grayson Allen really making a difference here.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Second half underway. Here's who Willie Green's got on the floor. DeJounte Murray is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then there's Trey Murphy. Then there's Zion Williamson. And it's Misi in at the center position. Here's Murray. That's good. And it's Williamson with the assist. Williamson's got his third assist of the night. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help play.
Oh, a highlight jam by Zion. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like Zion's got the stage all to himself there, just tearing down the rim.
It's Beal on the wing. No good from outside.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
Here's Williamson. They kick it out to Murray. Here's Misi. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And Durant with the big finish.
There's Durant playing foul line down.
And so McCollum will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Trailing by 5. Outside Murray. Out to McCollum. Here comes Zion.
Get up to throw down.
Defensive foul.
And that's what we've come to expect from Zion. Exactly.
Brent, one area where Zion Williamson continues to improve is as a passer.
OBA, he's cut down his turnovers while more than doubling his rate of assists. And to me, that's just familiarity, getting on the court more consistently and not being injured. He's going to build and compound on that experience. So starting to make plays is starting to show for Zion. And Booker taking a little bit of it out on the rim that time.
And McCollum is good for 3. McCollum's got 9.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Hits a three-pointer.
Very consistent tonight at the offensive end. Right there, he helps fuel the fire.
McCollum with it. Now guarded by Booker. And he gets it to go. 11 points in the game.
Lots of ways that CJ can burn you right there. Super effective on the inside.
Ooh, some contact there. No issue for Booker, though.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
McCollum against Plumlee. Here's Olynyk. Nice move. Pass to Hawkins. McCollum against Booker. Olynyk with the ball. And it falls all over the rim and in.
Olynyk showing some confidence now, and the big man is catching and firing.
Booker, the pass to O'Neal. Booker surveying the D. Jacks up with 3. It's hauled in by New Orleans. And it's McCollum penetrating. Jones, the pass to Olynyk. And here's McCollum. For the lead. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Durant. Back to Booker. Now here's O'Neal. The kick to Durant. Takes a 3. And the three-pointer is good for Durant.
Looks so effortless for Kevin Durant, making long-range shots look unchallenging.
Pelicans trail by 5. Here's Olynyk. Lets a floater go. That's good. And it's McCollum with the assist. McCollum's got his 4th assist with that last one. Booker with it. McCollum covering. And Durant with the big finish.
A lot of years behind Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he's still not going to get up.
The Pelicans have gone 7 of 10 here in the second half. Jones, the pass to McCollum. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Booker, good.
I mean, could we say he was playing possum a bit there in the first half? Because it seems to be a different guy out there, way more assertive.
Shot's good by McCollum.
Oh, boy, the touch is coming back here in the second half. Percentages from the field much better than it was at the break.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. McCollum with a steal.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Booker against McCollum. And Booker with the jam.
Come on now. This kind of powerful finish gets guys going.
Yeah, especially when it's coming from your point guard. What a flush.
Yeah, great read, calls his own number, and then sends it home.
Devin Booker, he's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for Phoenix. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Grayson Allen. Tyus Jones is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And Murray just determined to produce on that play.
Brent, what's something you've seen from Murray's time in San Antonio to now?
Well, there's been no stoppage, BA, of the type of work that DeJounte Murray puts in. Now, he's had to learn a new system, but he's adapted to that, and he continues to play both ends of the floor to make an impact.
Pass to Richards. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession here. Alvarado outside, driving to the basket, out to the wing. Pass to Murray. Clock at 6. One minute in now in the 4th quarter. Outside Jones. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Well, Brent, we've seen Trey Murphy grow into a prototypical 3-and-D wing.
Well, what's been most impressive, BA, is you thought it was just his shooting. That's been better than advertised. He's also starting to show you he can rebound, run the floor, and defend a little bit. So the package is a little bit bigger than it was once thought of with Trey Murphy coming out of the NBA draft. Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
They get it back.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
Alvarado outside. High arcing shot. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Phoenix leading by 4. Jones with the ball. And that one good. Jones has gotten his first basket of the night.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Misi. And he makes it on the layup.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Gillespie. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Here's Misi. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. Bol, he's checked in for Dunn. Durant comes in for Allen. Bradley Beal, he's checked in for Gillespie. And it's Devin Booker in for Jones. Williamson's checked in for New Orleans. McCollum comes in for Alvarado. And it's Williamson with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. 4-point game. Pass to Misi. And here's Williamson, guarded by Durant. Here's Misi. 6 to shoot. No good on the shot. Solid defense from Bol. The Suns lead by 4. Durant, pass to Richards. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there.
Pass to Williamson. Rejected by Bol. And he gets it back. Williamson misses. The Suns have gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Booker. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
Not a perfect trip to the free throw line, but they'll take what they can get at this point.
Durant finds Bol, lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Misi's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Williamson into the lane. A minute 6 left in the fourth quarter. Unloads from 13. Here's Misi.
Yes! And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
His competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Williamson. Rejected by Bol. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bol. O'Neal, he's checked in for Bol. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. Booker off the bounce. Good D by Williamson.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Tries again. Money. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
Wow, you want to lead a franchise? This is how you do it. Zion coming through.
And looking to even the score with a huge 3.
You can bet that's what they're looking for this late in the game. They need that 3.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
I've seen that. They're a huge possession, and he nets it.
So it's the Suns taking the W in a close one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. And now, time for our player of the game, Devin Booker.
Oh, say does that star...
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. With Rich, well, RJ, this is exactly how you want to end the season, right? Both of these teams fighting for playoff position.
It's amazing how after an entire season of games, your seeding can be determined tonight. Shows you how close things are in the NBA at any given moment.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3.
And you know teams are going to be physical with Holmgren, but he's aggressive, and boy, he plays with passion.
Free throw drops for Holmgren. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set. That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Williams with the ball. Now Beal defending. Here's Dort driving to the basket. Off target at the rim. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 3-point game. Last time they faced off, it was right here at home where they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense, or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
And Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency, Kevin. Takes great shots, and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer. Getting this one to fall hopefully gets things rolling. Their first make out of 5 shots.
From the wing, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Dunn is checked in for Bol Bol.
Now into the lineup for your Suns, number 0, Ryan Dunn.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Inside, it's stolen by Hartenstein. And then Williams slams it in.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch-and-shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Mason Plumlee's checked in for Phoenix.
Shoots the lights out. Booker has limitless range.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Dort on the wing. Here's Williams. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Here's Booker. The Thunder pull it in. And what an entertaining group this team has been this season. These guys don't just win. They win big.
Yeah, their margin of victory for the season is over 12 points a game. That means some nights they're winning by 20, 30, or more. And the key is they're doing it with consistency. These guys will not take their feet off the gas. And that's part of what makes them so fun to watch.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Gilgeous-Alexander. And how about his top 10 ranking and free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Jalen Williams. Wallace is checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins with it. He's picked up by O'Neal. Wallace knocks down the 3-ball.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Gillespie, the pass to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. 1:16 left in the first quarter. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Wiggins left side. In the corner, Wallace with it. Oklahoma City moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. Williams can't hit. The Suns have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Pass to Dunn. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this.
Allen inside. Wallace covering. Goes back up. Puts the move on. And Allen with the layup. It's all knotted up.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
Here's Caruso. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. The Thunder have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
Oklahoma City, Alex Caruso taking 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Caruso. So he gets them both. Caruso with the steal. Fires from way outside. And no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Thunder lead by 2. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Thunder.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
Durant is out there with Nick Richards. Then it's Jones. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Beal in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. In comes Durant. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. Where there's a lot of emphasis on three-point shooting, Greg. What's your opinion of that?
Well, Kevin, stretching the D isn't just about how far out they have to defend. It's the distance between that and how far in you have to defend. That's why analytics favors shots at the rim and from distance.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Outside Williams. To the inside. Beal with it. Williams picks him up. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
I love the confidence that Durant plays with. The closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Jones. And Durant sends it back. Holmgren gets the bucket. The Suns leading. Jones, the pass to Richards. Back to Jones. Durant kicks to Jones. It's up a 3. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
And the Suns making a change here. Gillespie's checked in. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets that one. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 2nd bucket.
And he knew the contact was coming. How about that by SGA to take the hit and finish?
Gillespie, that's good. And so Beal with the assist. Gillespie's got it all tied up now for Phoenix. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Misses in close.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Beal gets a wide open look. No good with the triple. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. Here's Williams down low. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Here's Dort. And he drives in. Rebound by the Suns. Richards got 5 rebounds tonight. They set the screen. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one off George.
And looking at some numbers for Booker, since the All-Star break, he's been unstoppable, putting up about 24 points per, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
Shot clock at 5. Here's O'Neal. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. O'Neal's got his first bucket of the night. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice D from Durant.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Here's Gillespie. A three-pointer is right on target. And it's a 5-point Suns lead.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Now let's take this chance now to look at the real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. Here are the league's leading scorers. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, number 1.
And all you have to do is point to his name at the top of that list. Does that tell the story well enough or what? What a season.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Durant, and Allen subbed in for Devin Booker. O'Neal sets the screen for Allen. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Back to Joe. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. To the paint. Plumlee with the steal. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Here's Joe. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
There's 42 seconds left here in the second. Here's Gillespie, covered by Joe, and it's Gillespie missing. Thunder trailing by 6. And here is Caruso. His last outing with 20 points. On the wing, Wiggins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Wiggins. Suns leading by 4. And stolen by Caruso. Williams kicks to Wiggins. Here's Joe. Wallace the pass to Joe. Nobody near Williams. And he trains the 3, but let's see, they may...
The officials will have 2 minutes to review the play.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, some might say, hey, can we just skip the replay this time around? But you just...
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
They're hitting at a high clip. Some shots have been wide open, some tightly contested.
And as the ball continued to fall through... Okay, guys, now let's see what the... And that's all for us.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Williams. Durant down low. He's against Williams. Now, here's Bull. Defended by Holmgren. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. Oklahoma City shooting around 41% on the night. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball.
Booker, right side. Here's Richards, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
How about the level of activity this dude just brings to the glass? Just refusing to give up on plays, and his teammates, trust me, they appreciate the effort.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin, certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless. Here's KD, and Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound here tonight. And Williams slams it in. This game has a lot of character here in the third period. 6 changes of the lead here.
Intensity is the theme for this one.
Well, Thunder have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
And you have to feel for him. That's the kind of miss that will stick with you for a little bit.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Here's Durant. Muscling it in, Kevin Durant.
Just too much to handle. Durant not fazed by the bump.
Over to the left wing. Here's Holmgren. And Bull pulls it down.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Dort. The Suns shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
One of the most accomplished players in the game. Durant's sole focus is to continue contending for titles.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Nick Richards. Dunn comes in for Bol. Grayson Allen's checked in for Beal, and Jones subbed in for Devin Booker. Suns leading by 3. Outside, KD. Pass to Jones. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Finished off the break. And the Suns lead by 5.
And I love the fact that he didn't try to take on the defense by himself. Great pass on the move.
Here's Holmgren. Second shot opportunity. Plumlee with the rebound.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Here's KD. It's in. Durant not bothered at all by the defense.
Ooh, he's earning his keep offensively, a key part of their winning effort at this point.
It's a nice pass by Oklahoma City here. Holmgren lays it up and banks it in. Holmgren's got 9.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And now just a 2-point Phoenix lead.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Back to Allen. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. He's got 7.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
And they haven't been turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
15 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Allen against Wallace. Allen's shot is off. Caruso looking for an opening. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first three quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Suns ahead. They lead by 5. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for me.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with O'Neal. And it's Dunn in at the small forward. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Dunn outside. Shot clock at 6. Back to Booker. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Moving it up. O'Neal with the rebound.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
And with that, the Phoenix lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Williams.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
Dunn misses. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Outside, O'Neal. Here's Richards, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there. And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
To the middle, and stolen by Dunn. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Beal from long range, and a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 4 assists now tonight. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Phoenix.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Beal from long range. They get it back. Dunn outside for Beal. Back to Dunn. From outside the arc. That's good from Beal on the assist from Dunn. Beal's got the lead up to 11 now for Phoenix.
Total trust in his mechanics. Beal instantly takes the shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by O'Neal. And it's Phoenix's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Dunn passes to Richards. And that one is stuffed right through.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Here's Hartenstein, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
If they're going to want to close the gap, they're going to need to start running more sets through him. Let your stars lead the way. Come on.
And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his 3rd foul of the game. KD's checked in for Phoenix. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Holmgren, he's checked in for Wallace. KD looking around. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot off the mark. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Booker on the move. Good D by Holmgren. Thunder trailing by 13.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Suns.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
And really an important win from a pride standpoint. Nobody likes getting swept, so they're able to salvage a win in this 4-game season series.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it, trailing by 13.
Nick Richards, third personal foul. First team foul.
And that one falls for Williams.
Williams taking 2 shots.
And Williams drops them both. And here's Phoenix. Here's Gillespie. Good, nice job down low.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
And Durant sends it back.
A tremendous defender. Durant's length can cause major issues for the offense.
That one goes in.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
16 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Tipped away and stolen by Caruso. So it's the Suns winning easily here. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.